Finding it.
It takes you that long to
It
find
does. It does.
I find it ironic but not surprising that black K-pop stans are steady attacking Nvee over her braids in this comment. But first, like always, welcome back to another video. This is a short and sweet video of recent hate I've seen regarding Nvee and just anti-blackness in general. If you liked this video, please subscribe, like, and comment for more videos. Also check out my Blackswan guide I recently made, linked in my comments. Someone posted on Twitter about how it was actually good to see a black woman in K-pop wearing a protective hairstyle, which many people agreed with, myself included. This tweet also got some backlash from K-pop stans, and not surprisingly black ones in fact. This isn't surprising because I've addressed many times about black K-pop stans hating on the black members of Blackswan, mostly Fatu, because they don't fit their boxes of standards while also projecting their insecurities and failures in life onto two people that simply just want to make music. Nvee is no stranger to this, but Nvee has wore braids before and from my knowledge didn't receive any or much hate, even though the karma comeback gained some traction. Why is this?
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl here, Nia. Welcome to the channel. But yes, we are going to talk about, Nvee, and we're also going to talk about Black Swan reactions, people who were reacting to Black Swan, but that's a little bit later on. I wanted to discuss this topic about Nvee. So Nvee has braided her hair, and they're now saying that it's culture appropriation. So let me show you the definition of culture appropriation. So what is culture appropriation? So this is according to the Britannica. This is the definition of culture appropriation, and I'm tired of talking about this conversation. I talk about it on this channel, and I also talk about it on my MJ's Nia channel. I've talked a lot about this conversation a lot. Culture appropriation takes place when members of a majority group adopt cultural elements of a majority group in an exploitive, disrespectful, or stereotypical way. To fully understand its consequences, though, we need to make sure we have a working definition of culture itself. So when you type in culture appropriation, this is what you see. Do you actually get it? Do you get it? This is the culture appropriation right here. Okay. Culture appropriation is basically you take somebody else's culture and you pick at it, you laugh at it, you make jokes of it, and you're putting it on your body. You might braid your hair and you're not black, and you're like, oh, look at my braids, I'm a cute little black woman, and wearing the black face and all that other stuff. All that is a culture appropriation and stuff like that. If you guys did not know, another member of the group, she too was accused of culture appropriation, and the idol and the agency, they apologized swiftly. Yet again, this is not a culture appropriation at all. This is somebody who typically just wants to wear braids in their hair. There's no disrespect to the African culture at all. At all. Not one bit. So I'm not even going to read the... Now, I want to say this before I go. I almost forget. Somebody said here, okay, this is annoying because Black Swan hairstylists can put cornrows on, I believe her name is Sriya, but when LUMINAs have been asking for them to put braids on Nvee and or for two, it's been crickets. What the hell is this, man? I'm so tired. Then it says Black Swan stylist is out of mind. Why did they give Sriya the cornrow style? Why didn't they give that to Fatu or Nvee? So it's kind of funny now. Nvee is wearing the cornrows and she gets backlash. So yet again, this is on Twitter. Okay, this is why I don't mess with Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I don't use it. The nickname for these black people that's on there that's causing up these issues, they call it Sheeta Butter Twitter, and then that's what they call it. They call it Sheeta Butter Twitter. They try to make it seem like they're fighting for rights for certain black people, but they're messing up. Now I understand these tweets make sense, but now you got the Shea Butter Twitter that's saying they don't want Nvee putting braids in her hair, even though she's been doing it all along. So I heard this YouTuber, and no disrespect to this YouTuber, but it's not quite anti-blackness and it's not culture appropriation. It's a thing called light skin versus dark skin. Yes. This is something that I talked about on my other channel. I haven't really touched too much on the channel with this. So this is actually a problem in entertainment where they tend to, when they want to push, you know, somebody black, they'll push somebody very light-skinned, or they push somebody very dark-skinned. And then thus you have people who are in between that say, well, none of these people look like me. And they're upset and they're angry and they're mad. They're like, that person over there, like Fatu, doesn't look like me. Or Nvee doesn't look like me. There's no good representation. I understand the frustration. I understand the upset. I get it. But these women do not deserve this. This is solely on whoever is picking, whoever who has the talent. I don't think they're picking somebody based off of their skin tone. That's what I believe. That's all I believe. But yes, there is a lot of hate towards Fatu and Nvee because they're not good representations of black women. So I want to bring out that on my other channel, which I'm showing you right now, is MJ's Nia channel. I talked about Gilbert Arenas and about his xenophobic comments toward the African players, and then I also talked about African diaspora. So if you see the articles that I use underneath here, I saw that he also talked about Lupita. Lupita is another person that he talked about. He said that Lupita is cute with the lights off, and a rant about dark-skinned women. So this is what I'm saying. It's a conversation, mostly in the black community. It's not called I don't know. I've never heard of the anti-blackness term, but I heard of colorism, light skin versus dark skin. Self-hate is another word that you would hear a lot when you come over here to America. I can't speak for the other countries, but for United States of America, that is a problem over here in the black communities. And they do tend, like I mentioned earlier, they do tend to push different types of black women, but it's a certain type that they look for, more of exotic looking, a person that looks like Zoe, or I'll show the pictures again. Women that look like this is what they push, and everybody think that that's what a black woman looks like. No, there's different shades of black people. There's different shades of African people. We don't come in one color. So some of us are lighter than others. Some of us are brown skin. Some of us are dark skin. And I will say this, the dark skinned women, they do get disrespected, like I say about Lupita. So yeah, I did a video on this. I'll put the link down below so you guys can go see the full video. But this guy right here, he basically made a horrible comment towards the African players. But this was nothing new. He did it in the past. And this falls under colorism. So he literally said that Lupita is cute when the lights are off, and a rant about dark skin. So this is Lupita right here. So she's a dark skinned woman. So I just want to bring that out. You know, you'll see all of this when you click on the link to my video. I'll explain it. And then I also talked about, and I forgot to mention this earlier. I was supposed to do this because this video is going to be talking about it. And if this is a touchy topic for you, then you might not want to watch this video. I should have said that at the beginning. I might cut this piece out and put it at the beginning. I'm not sure yet, but I want to bring that out. Colorism is, in case you didn't know, the definition of it is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. So colorism within the black community has been a serious emotional and psychological battle. So when you Google this term, colorism, it literally goes back to the black community. And it deals with, like I state, so many different things about the light skin, the dark skin, the brown skin, color, even braiding of the hair. That's another thing too, of natural hair. All this comes under the topic of the black community, and it tends to go to hate, to self-hate, colorism. It all plays a key point on this. And if you want to know where this come from, you do have to do a deep. You need to go look up for yourself to understand the root of colorism. It deals with African history, which that is another whole 2-hour, 3-hour video, which I'm not going to make. But yeah, you need to look up things on African American history over here in America, what the struggles of growing up being a black person. So that's more deeper stuff. So that's why I say when you talk about this topic, like with Nvee and Platoon, it's a little bit more deeper than anti-blackness. We can't just say that it's anti-blackness and then that's that. That's the video. We need to go a little bit deeper into it and figure out what the problem is and how it started and why is it like that. And so the best way to do this is do your research on African American history. So I want to put that out there. So back to original video. Zendaya actually talked about this years ago, and she talks about this all the time. She basically has said, Zendaya calls for representation of Black women in Hollywood to change at Beautycon 2018. We're vastly too beautiful and too interesting for me to be the only representation of that. So she's basically saying she's not the only skin tone. There's other different skin tones. There's other different body types. There's women who cut out to be thick women. There's women who are thin. There's women who are skinny. So she, that's what she's pretty much telling us. So it says, during a conversation with Balzoma St. John, the Greatest Showman actor gave attendees some advice about positive self-affirmation and other words of encouragement. She also opened up about negativity of Hollywood as a Black woman. As a Black woman, as a light-skinned Black woman, it is important that I'm using my privilege, my platform, to show you how much beauty there is in the African American community, she said. I am Hollywood's, I guess you could say, acceptable version of Black girl, and that needs to change. We're vastly too beautiful and too interesting for me to be the only representation of that. What I'm saying is it's because it's about creating those opportunities. Sometimes you have to create those paths, and that's with anything, Hollywood, art, whatever. So like I say, there's this thing called light-skinned versus dark-skinned, and this conversation, I'm tired of hearing about it. It's not so much as cultural appropriation and anti-blackness. This has been going on in the Black community over here in America, African American community over here. Yeah, it's a part of colorism. So please educate yourself on colorism. It plays a big, huge part in why the light-skinned people and the dark-skinned people are so divided on this topic. So this is not a new topic. You're going to see people who's going to lash out at Nvee because she doesn't fit the standards of beauty, and you're going to see women who are going to lash out at Fatu for not being the image. And that's a different talk, because that's not with Fatu. It's because she's more darker and she's skinny, so she's not really representing the brown skin girls of the Black community. So it's a long story, but we're going to focus mainly on the light skin versus dark skin because this is about Nvee. This is from Lovely T channel. You want to watch the whole thing, but I don't know if you ever heard of, I think her name is Thandiwe Newton. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She is mixed, and the same thing that Zendaya's been talking about, she's pretty much been doing it. And she made this long apology back in 2022, and it was a mess. But I found the video on Lovely T channel. Like I said, if you want to go watch it, go show it. I'll put a link down below so you guys can go watch it for yourself. But yeah, let me play this video for you guys so you can get the understanding of what I'm talking about.
What in the Black History Month is going on here, okay? So Tandy decided to come out of nowhere and basically apologize to dark-skinned women. Then she further goes on a rant about her being light-skinned, but back when she lived in the UK, people out there thought she was dark-skinned. And then when she came to America, you know what I'm saying, Black people in America treated her bad because she was light-skinned. Child, this whole rant was so nonsensical. I'm going to go ahead and play this for y'all. Y'all go ahead and check it out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
I've wanted so desperately to apologize every day to darker skinned actresses, to say, I'm sorry that I'm the one chosen. My mama looks like you. My mum looks like you. And it's been very painful to have women that look like my mum feel like I'm not representing them, that I'm taking from them, taking their men, taking their work, taking their truth. I didn't mean to. Women of color who, whether they're pale or whatever, who've managed to help other actors, you know, get into this business. We matter. I was worried about my light-skinness because my light-skinness has been more problematic than being black. Is being light-skinned has been way more problematic than being black in my life. Literally, I was black in England. I mean, dark-skinned. And so then I went to America and I was dark-skinned. I thought I was dark-skinned and I would describe myself as dark-skinned. It's like, you're light-skinned. And suddenly I was someone that, you know, you for being light-skinned. I got more prejudice from black people. I didn't understand. I literally didn't understand. I thought, you're my brethren, what's happening? So interestingly, I now realize that my, internalized prejudice was stopping me from feeling like I could play this role, when it's precisely that prejudice that I've received. It doesn't matter that it's from African-American women more than anyone else. It doesn't matter. I received prejudice. Anyone who's received oppression and prejudice feels this character, right? So it's actually, I love the fact that I overcame that. And it was these guys going, you're the one. I just thank God that my light skin didn't stop that from happening. I'm so, you know, that it didn't cause more pain, you know. Sorry, I hadn't actually made that connection before for me as a woman, that one of the reasons why it's so painful to be distrusted by African-American women, darker skin than me, and they look like my mum, and I love her more than anything.
All right, so you guys just heard Thandiwe Newton and what she had to say. She was crying, and she was saying, you know, it's sad that people who look like her, you know, dark-skinned mama and dark-skinned grandmother, they don't get the same, you know, opportunities as she has, and she's sorry. Child, basically that apology reminded me of Gretchen from Mean Girls. Y'all remember Gretchen, honey, when she got up there and was like, I'm so sorry that I'm popular and I'm more prettier than you guys. And then she thought everybody was about to catch her, and the only person who catched her was Karen. Y'all go ahead and check this out.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me, but I can't help it that I'm popular.
Oh my God.
Yes, that is the
interview. She broke down when explaining the prejudiceness against dark-skinned women in the industry. She even went on to issue an apology on behalf of fair-skinned women. While many understood where she was coming from, others felt the apology should not be coming from her. Ladies, especially you, Garcelle, being an actress, how do you feel about this?
Is she promoting something?
She's promoting a movie.
No, I know that.
Oh, okay. Like, you were asking, I'm like, yeah.
Because I feel like she's been in the industry for so long now. She's speaking up, and this is supposed to be her last movie as an actress in this industry, right? Mm-hmm. I just feel like when she was coming up, a lot of things went to her because she was fairer skinned, because she was, you know, British and had that kind of side. And I feel like if she felt that way, and she says in her interview that her mom is dark skinned, and therefore, you know, she feels that, you know, she feels strongly now, but why were you taking those roles back then?
Because she needed to, and this is the only role that she has that she's all the way through. That she is, you know, she's never really starred in it. First of all, I want to give props out. There are dark-skinned women that have acted their ass off. Yes. Starting with Hattie McDaniel, the first black woman to win an Oscar. Then we have Cicely Tyson.
Yes.
Then we have Viola Davis.
Yes.
And we have the new crop of black actresses. And you have, like, my girl Danielle Brooks.
Yes.
Who just got cast in the new movie Color Purple.
Yes, that's
The
Sophia.
issue is not that we don't know how to act. I think a lot of things were happening back in the day, Garcelle. I keep saying lighting.
Well, true, lighting, but also you have to give the power.
Not an excuse.
No, when they were casting,
Studio executives.
they cast based on how the cast would look. Okay? And when you go in for that audition, lighting was always, I'm talking about back in the day, lighting has always been an issue for dark-skinned women. I'm not saying that that's an excuse. The thing with Thandiwe is that what she should have also said is that Thandiwe is that she should have said, I'm going to collaborate and I'm going to try to make it a way so that more dark-skinned women, I can bring them along. That's what Zendaya did. Zendaya told her agent, she said, if it's a role that a sister, put me in the roles that maybe a white woman would have. That way we leave open roles for the dark-skinned sister.
Also, you also have to give the onus to the executives that are hiring, because they always feel like the fairer a black person is, the more beautiful they are, the more, that was also their perception. But again, she could have said no.
But
so this is the real daytime. If you want to go see the whole full video, I'll put a link down below, but this is this is the real daytime, and they talked about it. So I wanted you guys to see, this is, like I stated, this is actually a real problem in Hollywood, in America. I can say that for myself. And also, this is also a problem in the black community. Light-skinned people tend to be the more beautiful, pretty black, versus the dark-skinned people. They tend to not look, they're not pushed to certain rules. And she also missing Zendaya. I told you Zendaya been talking about this for years, that there's an issue when it comes to roles for black women. They tend to just get her, and she's trying to tell them there's different types of looking black women. And I don't blame, Zendaya or Nvee for this. I really don't. Like I say, it has to do with people who are picking and choosing them. They see the talent in them, but they also see how beautiful they are. So please, please, please give Nvee a chance. Leave this girl alone. Let her wear her braids. She's fine. She is not what we call her, Thandiwe, whatever her name is, Newton. Okay, she's not Zoe, whatever the girl name is, whatever her name is. She's not like them. Okay, she is not like them. She's not taking y'all rules. She's not taking nothing from you guys. She's not taking y'all spot. She's happy to. She respects everybody, okay? I don't see no culture appropriation here, but what I do see here is the light skin versus dark skin. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did made a video about Kane, about the TikToker who was sitting here talking down on dark skinned women, okay? So please leave Nvee alone. She's not a part of this, okay? Leave her out of it. Leave her alone. Give the girl a chance, man. Leave that damn girl alone. But anyway, I'm not gonna have is people disrespecting Black Swan during the reaction. So I've been looking at people who've been doing reaction videos to Black Swan, and I was like, okay. There was a lot of people who were new to Black Swan, and they critiqued them and said, if they do a little bit of this and they do a little bit of that, say they will get a 10 out of 10. That's what some people will say. So I respect a lot of people's opinions. I really did like the roll-up song. A lot of people really did like the roll-up song. I saw the reactions. YouTube recommended me these two people. Yeah. I don't know why YouTube recommended me them. I'm gonna play the first little clip of it.
Whoa. Boom! Welcome back. Y'all heard it right here. Seek, bro. Welcome back. So there we go. Black Swan. Black Swan. Roll Up, official music video. Shout out, everyone recommended this. Picture right here. Boom. Appreciate you always keep on our shit to react to it. Make sure. Yeah, but Roll Up. You reckon they talking about that ganja? They're talking about that good stuff, bro. Hey, man, they might be talking about that, but maybe they're talking about like roll up. They better roll up on someone. They maybe. Yeah, they could be on drills like that. You never know. Facts, bro. So hey, you know what? We had no idea what this is. Black Swan. Let's get into the video. Bro, they're out in the desert. They're rolling up like that fucking. That tumbleweed. Never know, roll up like tumbleweed. Yeah, that's a bar. Some fucking cowboy ass fucking shit. Yeah, boy. Wait, what? Get back to work, boy. Yo, bad timing, bro. Oh gosh. Hey, in Texas.
Okay, so y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that, right? Okay. So at the beginning of this video, they were talking about ganja. I want to say I believe that's weed. Like they're assuming that this group, Black Swan, there's black members in it. just assuming, I don't know, that we all smoke weed. I don't smoke nothing. I don't hit anything. I barely even drink. But it's making an assumption that all black people smoke weed. No, we don't. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't vape, and I barely even drink. But this is how people around the globe, this is how they perceive us. That's why I'm happy that with the women who they pick, half black and a woman from Africa, I'm fine with it. I don't know if they smoke, but from what I'm seeing, they don't smoke. So I thought that was very disrespectful. The intro to the video, to them introducing themselves, is horrible, which I should have knew at the beginning. How the way they introduce themselves, I knew the video was going to be bad. There was something they said at the end too that I didn't like. They were saying something about cowgirl, not cowboy, which a lot of people don't know. I think they're from Australia because it says Aussies. I think they're from Australia. But there is a thing called cowgirl and cowboy. It's not just cowboy. It's cowgirl and cowboy. Normally you see this in rural areas with people with a farm. That's where cowgirls and cowboys come from. So let people know that. They said something that I didn't really like.
Hey, what? Alright, this is what I was going to say.
They all look like...
Yeah.
They speak English.
This is what I was going to say.
Racist?
What do you think was the meaning of cowboy when cowboy was not present in this at all?
Listen, bro. Cowboy. Wait, let me think about this. What do cowboys do? They roll up.
On their horse?
On their horse, right? And they're talking about like roll.
So this is what I'm talking about. There is a such thing as cowgirls and cowboys. I want to put that out there. I don't know why they kept saying cowboys. There was no cowboys there. There was 4 beautiful women there. They were cowgirls that was rolling up in the saloon to demand respect, and they had the girls get up and dance with them. That's basically pretty much what roll up is. You want to roll up with us, you the baddest, you the baddies. I'm actually seeing that a lot of people who were new to the Black Swan, that's pretty much how a lot of people viewed the video. Alright, so let me read the comments. So I thought it was just me until I started reading the comments. So somebody here pretty much explained to them that they are a K-pop group. I'm glad they did that. I love how somebody said right here, the cowboy theme is a concept. It is a thing in K-pop where artists use different themes and concepts to put a spin every time they have a new album or single. Thank you. It says, I hope you weren't being a weird or racist at the beginning of the video. Pretty much sound like one. Sound like a stereotype. Somebody said they were. I was getting that same vibe when they say rolling up a ganja. I was getting that same vibe, and they say disgusting behavior. And then another thing too was, this was what somebody brought out. Someone says, hilarious how they watched without subs, but like the video because they managed to react to a fave group of mine. Pretty much. And somebody saying English subtitles are available. People were saying that they were singing, they're K-pop stars, they're singing in Korean and English. I don't know why people are asking them to, I'm gonna say something and it's pissing me off. Can y'all please stop going to channels like this who disrespect people like women like Black Swan? Why do y'all keep asking them to react to videos when they are disrespecting them? Please, let's stop. And this person here say, they seem kind of dumb. You are 100% right. So I wasn't feeling this reaction video. I just want people to have respect for the K-pop stars. Please, and I've always said this, please have respect for a lot of the artists. When you react to a video, you're supposed to talk about how the way that they dance, their stylists. Also, you need to have the captions on. When you're reacting to a video, it's a little bit better for the viewers and for you to understand the words a little bit more clear. Even if they're singing in English or rapping in English, put the lyrics on so people can see it. But if I know there are sometimes you can't do it with all videos because I have done reaction videos in the past, but please put the reaction videos on when you're doing reaction videos. Excuse me, put the captions on it, please, 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 please. But yeah, y'all don't even know. I just want my girls to win. Please, Can I just have them win? Can we please keep them out the culture appropriation talk and the light skin versus dark skin talk? Can we please keep them out of that conversation? This group it has not a hate in their heart. I've been watching these girls. I hear all the way they talk. I hear all the way they speak. They are not bringing no harm to nobody. Please keep them out of those conversations. And when y'all do react to their music videos, give them respect. Please stop giggling and laughing at them. Like, I don't like it. I know the history of this group. As you can see, they have 4 previous members. Blackswan used to be called Reina. I've talked about this group before. They changed their name to Blackswan. Please, 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 give them grace. Please. I want these girls to be successful. I really, really do. That's all I want. I just want Blackswan to be successful. Is that too hard to ask? Like, leave the drama for your mama at the door somewhere. I don't want to hear it. But let me know what you think down below of this video down below. I want to really know your thoughts on this, on the culture appropriation, which there's none. And how I reacted to somebody reacting to Blackswan. Please, I just want your honest opinions down below. Fast enough. See y'all later. Peace.